Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Whatever we do or we avoid to do, there are only two activities in our life. One is involvement and second is withdrawal. We have not learned to be indifferent. So, whatever we do or we don't want to do, what for? For example, some people observe fast, they don't take food. For what? For becoming miserable or for getting happiness. They do it for getting happiness. Suppose somebody is observing some fast, Ekadashi, and whatever reason, suppose he forgets and eats on that day, he is very miserable. My Ekadashi, I have eaten, oh God. So he abstains from the food for happiness. The other one, like me, who keeps on eating whole day. For what? For happiness. See? Now, some people get married. For what? And some people don't get married. For what? So those who get married, they get married for happiness. What they get is a different topic altogether. And those who don't get married, they also don't get married only for happiness. But then they start suffering inside. See, in short, our involvement and withdrawal is aimed at only seeking happiness. First step. Second step. We all have known the pleasure that we gain through indulgence. But there is much more happiness in withdrawal. See, these things, how I discovered. There was a friend of mine, he is still there, old, retired brigadier. He came to meet me on Delhi airport, daytime. My flight landed at 11:30 or so, he came. He said, see, I cannot come in the evening because of the traffic and I can't drive now properly. So I'll come daytime. I said, come on, anytime you come, no problem for me. He came. And when I came out of the airport, he was waiting with the flowers, gave, and he was so happy. Swamiji, good news. I asked him, are you getting married again? Good news means what? He said, no marriage. Then I have given up smoking. He was a chain smoker for last 60 years, 60. Now see, now such a simple thing. You are given up smoking, so what? No. He has gone through indulgence, and when he was able to give up indulgence, he became more happy. Upanishad says, na karmana na prajaya dhanena tyage naike amrutatva manash. The real happiness is not in getting the things. The real happiness is in giving and giving up. One day, one small boy asked me this question. Children are genius. They ask real good questions. Old people have got only complaints. They don't have questions. So that boy asked me, Swamiji, you say God is in our heart. I said, of course. But then where I am also in my heart. I said, yes. Then, two of them? I said, yes. Oh, it's a good thing. I said, why good thing? Then what I'll do, I'll give you a blow. And I will tell that the God gave you, not me. Because two of them, like in our laptop, there is an icon which shows whether it is running on the battery or the power. Isn't it? What is the icon on us? To know whether God is functioning through us or we are functioning through us. How do we know that? Has this question ever come to your mind? See? The kids are genius. I'm just kidding. Elders are also genius. See? So, after hearing his question, I told him, I said, hey, you have asked the best question. Therefore, I am extremely happy. So, I want to give you something as a gift. And I had a very big, nice chocolate bar in my pocket. Somebody gave me on the way. I gave it to him. And the moment he saw the chocolate bar, I could see his eyes sparkling. Thank you, Swamiji, thank you. He started looking at it later. I said, come on, eat. He said, no, I won't eat. I said, then return back. I won't return back. He put it in his pocket. He thought I will snatch it away. Either eat or give back. He said, neither I will eat nor I will give back. Very clear. Then what will you do with this? His answer was, I will give it to my sister. Then I wanted to tease him further. I said, you give it to her, she will eat, she will enjoy. What will you get? The poor fellow got confused. Then he started looking here and there, biting his nails and all that. And then he asked me this question. Swamiji, do you have a sister? I said, no. Then you will not understand. See? He has replied. What has he replied? When I give it to my sister, she will be happy, and I am happy by giving, not by taking. See, friends. Parents are happy with the children during the childhood because they are giving. When the child becomes grown up, old, or married and all that, then they start demanding. The moment you start demanding, the devil is functioning in you. The moment you start giving, God is functioning in you. See, my friends, therefore, all our talks are aimed at allow the dormant divinity to surface in and through all the activities of our life. Then we will discover fulfillment. What are we doing presently? Trying to fulfill our desires by getting the things, So simple it is. It may be simple for you, not for us. Okay, don't suffer. Therefore, after having told this, then we are told this divinity is Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. That which is conscious, blissful existence. What is existence? That which is never denied. Everything in this world is denied, rejected, sometime or the other. Childhood, denied, rejected. Teenage, rejected. Middle age, rejected. Old age will be rejected. You cannot reject yourself. We have different priorities in our childhood. As we go, priorities keep on changing. We have different important things in childhood. Now they are different. Everything is changing. But there is one common denominator which has been always the same. That means that which is not influenced by the impact of time. And therefore, nobody experiences that I am old. Many old people have this pathetic joke. One day it happened in Calcutta. Morning time, I was sitting near a lake. So cool everything was. And I was enjoying like this beautiful place all by myself. One shorty with a short pant and a golf cap and a t-shirt came running tuk 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 tuk. Like the Spanish people, they are very short. He was super Spanish. He came tuk tuk tuk. Only thin fellow. And he asked me, what is my age? That means his age. Can you tell me what is my age? To an unknown person, in the morning, you ask this question. If he asked me, I have to go there, how to go, one can understand. So I looked at him, I said, 3 years. Such a question can be asked only by children. No, tell me really. Then I told him, you are 81 years young, not old. The moment I said this thing, he nearly jumped out of his skin. You are the first person who has correctly understood that I am 81 years young. People call me old, but I don't feel I am old. You cannot. Because experiences happen in mind. Mind never becomes old. Because what is time? Time is a baby of mind. See? If sequence is not established, time is not born. Like you go to sleep, event number 1, you entered sleep. Thereafter, nothing has happened. And the next event, you wake up. First thing what we do, we look into the watch. And then we went to, oh God, I was sleeping for 8 hours. So that 8 hours time has gone. When it was born, the moment mind started functioning. And therefore, mind never gets influence of time. Now this, when I say, I don't feel I am old, who is saying this? Not the body. Therefore, Satyatvam Badarahityam. The conscious blissful existence is that which is never denied. And therefore, we can never experience our absence. But we have taken ourselves to be the body, and then we don't want to be absent. Then what we do? Impossible effort. We have our statue made. All the statues in the whole world. They are for what? Oh, he was a great person and a statue. And what for the statues? In Mumbai it happened. There are many statues there. So one baby pigeon was asking mummy pigeon, Mummy, I had to go. Where do I go? Go to Mahatma Gandhi. No, mummy, somebody is already sitting there. Okay. Go to Chhatrapati Shivaji. No, somebody, there are 2 of them. All the statues are the rest rooms for the birds. What we are doing? We are trying to be immortal by making the statues. Or else, we want to keep our name. See confusion? That what we are is immortal. But we want to be immortal as a body, which is an impossible undertaking. The rule is, anything when is born has to die. See? And therefore, this reality is eternal presence, then of the nature of knowledge. We don't require anybody's authority to know our being, whether I am there or not. And we are always at peace with ourselves. But problem is, we don't stay with ourselves. We are afraid of ourselves. So we want something or the other. See? So we put the buds in the ears, and or if we want some book to read. See? Just try this. Don't do anything, just be. The moment you keep yourself in the utter present, the mind dissolves. Like the ice cube in the waters. And who wants to die? None. Mind also doesn't want to die. Therefore, what the mind does? Simply sitting, what is there? I can do some work. See? Or go back in the past. They call it flash memory. It is actually flush. Or else go on projecting imagination. Stop the mind's journey in the past or the future, in the present. Without the past and the future, mind is presence. In this whole process, what we are doing, we are removing one by one curtains on our being. We have seen 5 of them: body, pran, mind, intellect, anandamaya kosh. And they are removed by wisdom, not by force. See? Torturing the body, standing on one leg, hands up in the air, is so hot, and you sit in the hot sun for meditation, it's all useless. Torturing the body is not spiritual practice. See? You will see the yogis, tapasvis, they have got very high temper. They will curse somebody. If you do this thing, you will go to hell. No. See? And when you are thus coolly trying to understand your own personality, then we come to know that we are eternal presence. We don't require anybody's authentication for our being, and we do not depend on anything for our existence. Be attentive. Colors and forms are dependent on the vision. Vision is not dependent on colors and forms. If there are 100 people in front of me, it is not a burden for my vision. If there are 1,000 people in front of me, it is not a burden for my vision. If all of you disappear, there is no loss to my vision. But if there is no vision, they cannot exist. So, what is the rule? Sense organs are independent of sense objects. What we have to do here? Nothing. Only know this. But those who have got this workaholism, like we have got alcoholism, have to do something. Then they will do meditation. And in that meditation, what they will do? First of all, do asana. This leg here, and then sit down. And after a certain time, the legs start getting locked up. Doesn't open here. Only twisting the body is not yoga. We have to live in the body, but live through the body, not live as the body. See? Such people will always thinking only about body. We have to go out of it. See? In this manner, when one by one we start discarding, we come to know that is time, space and object. These are only the creation of our mind. Like when the mind is enfolded, as in deep sleep, that time, first question, where are we? Space. When are we? Time. What are we? Object. In the deep sleep, we are nowhere. Whether it is 2019 or 1847. Whether in deep sleep we are man or woman, young or old, Indian or American, everything disappears. Because these three parameters, time, space and object, they are only imaginations. They are not solid objects. There was a huge fat lady. And she was never accepting that she is fat. So her husband was looking into the laptop and she was saying, what are you seeing? See, I am seeing a person who is 500 pounds on earth weighs 300 pounds on moon. The same person weighs 10 pounds on the Mars. She says, that means I am in a wrong planet. See, friends, what is the weight? The more you reflect on this, then we come to know we are all floating in the imaginary world of Disneyland. There is no existence. Therefore, here the teacher says, Desha kalanya vastunam kalpitatvacha mayaya na deshadi krutontosti brahmanantyam sputam tada. Time, space and object is only the imaginary projection by the mind. Be very attentive. We have never worked on the mind. We have never known what the mind is. We only complain about the mind. Now here one point I am giving you. Mind has two faculties. One is perception. Like this is a beautiful rose flower. Perception. This will not create samsara. This will not create problems. But then the same mind has the second faculty. The moment something is perceived, immediately the mind starts projection. It's a beautiful flower. Where do you get it? Is it real or it is plastic? These days you don't know. The things come from anywhere. And actually the plastic flowers look more original than God's creation. Samsara is born. Now apply this thing in day-to-day life. One boy looks at a girl. He has looked at millions of girls, not one. But nothing has disturbed him. But he looks at one girl. And then his mind starts projecting. She is here exactly at this very moment. I have come from the temple. She also have come from the temple. This must be God's divine plan to meet us. Now God has got better things to do. But his mind will start projecting. And then be attentive. Such people get lost only in chamatkar. See? I went there, this happened. We have to kill this faculty of mind. Let our mind be like a mirror. Mirror reflects everything, rejects nothing, at the same time retains nothing. How to do that? As you listen to satsanga, the same way. How many times we have heard? No change. This time our mind is like a mirror. So you have the technique. Now apply this technique in the worldly things. See? Somebody calls us fool and we become angry. Why we become angry? Not because somebody called us fool. How come he also knows? Then what is to be done? This is the spiritual practice. Learn to be indifferent. Don't react. Act only. On the stage, there are actors. In the audience, there are reactors. The actor on the stage is only acting. He is happy, he is miserable, he is tortured, he is successful. He is only acting. And by seeing that acting, the audience gets so much involved, takes out the tissue paper and start wiping the tears coming out of the nose. You have seen this thing? In the modern world, when the girls wipe their tears, they wipe the tears which are coming through the nose. The lacrimal duct connects the fluid which comes from the duct into the nose. On this also people ask me questions. Swami, you have got a terrible observation power. Kindly tell why these days the girls don't wipe their eyes when they are crying. I say, you don't know simple things, man. This is told in Bhagavad Gita 19th chapter. What is told? If they wipe their eyes, the eyelashes will go away. Because everything is makeup to cover the breakup. One girl, she got the new iPhone and read, oh, it can face recognition. So she got face recognition set on the phone. And in the morning she got up and she wanted to see what is the time. So she took the phone. Phone is not recognizing her. Because when she did the face recognition with all the makeup, and when she got up from the sleep, a devil. iPhone said, you are not doing it. Whole life is spent only in this. Therefore, all these things, Desha, Kala, Vastu, time, space and object, don't give them too much importance. Then what is to be done? Wherever you are, or one only spiritual practice. I am not telling you to go to temple. I am not telling you to go to church. I am not telling you to do charity. One lady asked me this question, Swamiji, I want to do something for you. Please tell me what should I do. I said, will you really do it? Swamiji, you just tell anything I will do. I said, be happy. Swamiji, this I have heard million times. What will you get when I become happy? I said, one less miserable person will come to me. Who goes to the doctor? Only unhealthy people. Who comes to us? Only miserable people. Swamiji, my husband doesn't listen to me. Then, okay, I'll listen. Useless. I tell you, life is so full of joy. This happened many years before. They called me somewhere for food. That is one of my professional hazards. So, Marwadi house. About 12 o'clock, I was hungry. And about half a dozen or 10 of them sitting, and I was sitting in the chair. And Swamiji, one question, second question, third question, fourth question, one after another question. I got so irritated. I said, look here, you are giving only 2 chapatis and 20 questions. This is not a good bargain. I know there is nothing like free dinner. I agree. But so many questions. No, Swamiji, don't get angry. Only last question. I said, okay, last question. The question was, why do we like to sit with you or Mahatmas? Why do we like? I said, you should know. No, we don't know. Therefore, we are asking you. I said, because number one, who listens to you? Cut, don't cut. Cut, don't cut. Who listens? Poor Mahatmas, they listen. Therefore, you like. Your husbands have written you off. Children say, Mummy is dumb. So, poor Mahatmas are there. They poor will listen. Acha, acha beta, acha beta. Second thing. You go to anybody. One lady talks about her daughter-in-law. My daughter-in-law is so horrible. Do you think that lady will listen? She'll throttle her. Nothing. My daughter-in-law is horrible than yours. Competition there. Who listens to you? And third thing, Mahatmas don't tell their problems to you. And therefore, you like to be in our company. How simple it is? These are daily lessons which we can learn. And those who can learn from their life, nobody can cheat them. Therefore, Desha kalani vastunam kalpitatvacha maya na deshadi krutontosti brahmanandam sputam tata. Therefore, time, space and object cannot destroy us, cannot make us miserable. Satyam jnanam anantam yad brahma tad vastu tasya tad ishvaratvam cha jivatvam upadi dvaya kalpitam. Now from here, we go to the next step. One appears to have become many on account of some adjectives. Now this example I have given a number of times. One day it should catch. I, the man, become son because of the conditioning of my father. I, the same man, become husband because of the conditioning of my wife. I, the same man, become a father because of the conditioning of my son. Have I become 3? I am 1. Try to separate man from the husband. Try to separate man from the son. Try to separate man from the father. Where are they? One day, one boy asked me this question on some airport. Swamiji, I want to ask you a question. I said, before you ask, I want to ask. Yes. Are you married? He said, no, my face is like that. Married people have a glowing face. You cannot separate. So where are they? Number one. Second question. When we are not identified with our body as in deep sleep, where is the son? Where is the father? Where is the husband? Where they have gone? Third point. Who is miserable? The son is miserable because of the Hitler father. The husband is miserable because of something. And the father is miserable because of the useless son. Man is happy. So what should be the spiritual practice? Play your roles perfectly well and remember, after the role is over, change your costumes. That's it. But what happens? Indians, when a baby is born, there is not only one birth, there are three births. The child is born, mother is born, and a father is born. Out of these three entities, the child grows. Mother, father never grow. The mother is 85 not out. And she asked the child, Beta, have you taken tea? Have you taken food? No, mummy, I didn't take no beta. Are Ram, Ram, Ram. See, and these entities who do not have any existence, they are suffering in life. We never suffer as a man or a woman. And we are never happy as somebody. And the somebodies are nowhere. In Germany, one German lady asked me this question. Swamiji, you should have come to my life 25 years before. I said, even then I would not have married you. No, not for that purpose. Now I understand where I had gone wrong and I divorced 3 times. I said, no, 4th time, don't divorce, get married. No. Why did I do the wrong things? I said, look here. About past, you cannot change your past. You cannot undo your past. Control Z is not available in life. You cannot do. Then, only one thing about the past you can do. Select, shift, delete. And how it can be done? Technique is very simple. Don't talk about your past. And when you are not interested in your past, then you cannot be interested in somebody else's past. And this is very important, friends. Past belonged to the body. Body was a child. Body was a teenager. Body was middle-aged. We are the same. But when I talk about my childhood experiences, unknowingly what is happening, body identification is kept intact. When we talk about our teenage, the body identification is kept intact. And therefore, in the old age, we are afraid of death because when the body dies, I will die. But when your childhood died, did you die? When your teenage died, did you die? Like the snake throws the slough away after every 6 months. He gets out of it. He doesn't die. Exactly the same way. We have adopted the child body. When it was unwanted, we discarded it. We came out of it. Then we took the teenage body. Where do I die? That is the meaning of Bhagavad Gita's verse. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara praptihi dhirastatra namuyati. But then all the religious people threaten us. If you do this thing, you will go to hell. If you do this thing, you will go to heaven. Masses can be controlled by 2 remote switches. One remote switch is guilt. Second remote switch is fear. One person asked me something, and when I replied, he said, if you talk like this, you'll go to hell. I asked him in a cool way, sir, where will you go? Of course, I'll go to heaven. And if you go to heaven, I'll prefer hell. Who has seen hell? Who has seen heaven? Only by fear and guilt. Go and confess. I have done this thing, I have done that thing. And he, okay, never mind. I will tell the Lord, he will forgive you. Next time you see the same man, this fellow knows everything. Guilt. Two things torture a human being in the old age. Taittiriya Upanishad says this. Two things. One, the guilt of wrong commissions when we were young. And the guilt of right omissions. In the old age, this guilt kills us. See? And the second thing is the fear. I don't know what will happen after death. A simple rule, nothing has happened when we are alive. What can happen after death? Maybe people will be happy. One old man asked this question in Bombay. Maharaj, I got this problem. These days I got a very great fear about my death and all. And I said, stop, one by one. Fear about death. I guarantee you will die. Fear means what? Whether I will die or I will not die, is it not? This is the only fear. Options? No option, you will die. So don't be afraid. Next question is, what will happen to my property, to my business, to my wife, to my children, to my relations? What will happen? I said, you are asking to a wrong person. Ask them. What they will tell? They will tell, go, we are waiting. Who wants us in this world? See, friend, discover this dispassion. Live dynamically, cheerfully, happily, without holding on to anything in this world. See? This beautiful place. Enjoy every moment. But know for certain, tomorrow we have to go. See? This is not our house. Be very attentive. You go to a 7-star hotel, nice resort. Recently I had been to Mexico. So wonderful, so beautiful. You may stay there whatever number of days. But as your time of departure comes, you also start getting bored. The same thing every day. Here also people, when they come to Sedona, they start taking pictures of every mountain. First day. Second day, they don't look at khane ko kya hai. What is for the lunch? What is for the dinner? You lose interest. Human mind cannot remain attracted toward the same thing for a longer period of time. So that comfortable 7-star hotel we stay, and then we think, now we must go home now. So we check in, get the boarding pass, pack up our luggage, and then we go home. After we go home, and what is home? In the hotel, you just press the bell. Sir, get a cup of tea. Sir, a nice tray, clean tablecloth or the tray cloth, and wonderful, extremely expensive, lovely crockery with great respect. Sir, shall I pour? Come home. After you come home, sit in your cot. which has got three legs. Fourth is the chair kept. Fourth leg was broken. And when you sit on that cot, it starts giving musical melody. Not broken, thank God. And then you ask your wife, may I get a cup of tea? What is the reply? Yes, sir. Forget about it. Tea. How many times you take tea? I got a lot of work to do. But you have to keep quiet. Then after some time tea comes. And not with respect and reverence. And when you take that cup of tea, the crockery, the cup is deaf, no ear. Lips are broken of the cup. See? And then, biscuit, no biscuit. You are already putting on weight. And yet, we feel good when we come home. Because that is our home. Exactly the same way. This place, this world, this life, this body, we have come on a vacation. Be very attentive. When you are on a vacation, you are there to spend money, not to earn money. When you are on a vacation, you are celebrating. You are not calibrating. There was one very stingy father. He went to a nice resort and children were very happy. For the first time in their life, the father has taken them somewhere for outing. So the children, now I'll order my dish, okay? Nobody will order anything, I will order. Children keep, okay, order. And he was looking at the menu. What, not the dish, the price. $1. Okay. This item number 68, 4. And 4 Bisleri bottles. Cheapest. Yaar, you have gone to the resort vacation for saving money or for spending money? See, friends, celebrate life. Don't calibrate all the time. What is calibration? If I do, what will I get? You get nothing. See, friends, give happiness, distribute happiness by being happy. Don't we like somebody who is happy? When somebody is happy, we like it. What will be the experience if we are happy? When you sit in somebody's this Tesla car, it's so nice, you are so lovely. If it is yours, instead of discovering happiness from borrowed things, why don't you discover your own bliss? This is what is said, that Satyam Jnana Anantam Yat, on this one reality, because of the conditioning, many things are imagined. Which are many things? 3 things. The world, Jagat, Ishvara, the God who is the creator, and we, the soul who are miserable. On one reality, these 3 things are superimposed. Like one man becomes son because of the imposition of the father, the same man became husband, the same man became father. So how many entities are there? 4. The son, husband, father and the man. If the father dies, nothing happens to son. If the wife dies, nothing happens to husband. If the son dies, nothing happens to father. But if the man dies, the 3 cannot exist. And when the son died, in fact, nobody died. See, when the wife died, the husband doesn't die because it's not a reality. See, friends, the more you contemplate in this line of thinking, you will come to know one basic thing. Everything in this world is mutually dependent. Mutually dependent. How the space is divided in 10 directions: north, east, west, south, 4, corners, 8, up and down, 10. How this happens? Because of the conditioning. Now, what is the conditioning on the space? Relationship between sun and the earth. So what we say, where the sun rises, that is east. Where the sun rises? On the east. What is the east? Where sun rises. So who is because of whom? And once the east is established, then the remaining are born. But if you get away from this relationship between the sun and earth, where are you? East or north or west or south? Think. In the same manner, this world, Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, these three things, the world, Jagat, Jiva, the soul, Ishvara, the creator, they are mutually dependent. See. Now, next step. If there is no Jiva, the soul, what will be the world for? Why will there be a God creator? See? If there is no son, how can I be the father? Think. Therefore, these three conditionings are superimposed on one reality. First conditioning, names and forms. Names and forms is the world. Be attentive. Names and forms are existing in the mind. When the mind is closed, what is your name? What is your form? Everything disappears. Therefore, if we want to get rid of the influence of this world, two techniques are very potent. Give your mind silence as the object. When words are there, they are many. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, many. Then Om Namah Shivaya, quiet. When this is practiced for long, the mind dissolves in consciousness. The world disappears. Be attentive. Disappearance of the world is like what? It will appear, but not as real. Like here in Sedona, what I like among many things is the blue sky. How beautiful the sky is blue here. We say the sky is blue, but we know it is not blue. In the same way, we will see this world, we will live in this world, but we will never take this world to be real. See? And when we take this world to be not real, we will never try to improve the world. Try to improve your dreams. I decided tonight I am going to see God. But Swamiji, what happened? I don't know. Instead of God, dog came. See, the dog came. It was a god who came in the form of the dog. Spelling was written like Urdu. See, friends, therefore, one reality is called as world when we perceive objectively. The same reality is called as soul or the individual when perceived subjectively. And the same reality is called as God when perceived indirectly. If I is not there, my property has no existence. If I is not there, God has no existence. And therefore, all the spiritual practice is neither done by the world nor done by the God. In God there is no samsar, in the world there is no samsar. Samsar is for you and me. So what is to be done? I can change my conditioning. I cannot change your conditioning. So what is my conditioning? Panchakoshas. When we drop the body, prana, mind, intellect and Anandamaya Kosha, when they are dropped, what remains is the absolute truth. Non-relational, eternal, conscious, blissful presence. Then the Jiva and the Jagat disappear. One day I went to the water and told, Mr. Water, I am very afraid of you, man, as a sea, as an ocean. Very frightening. But waves I like very much. So the water said, excuse me, gentlemen, what is the ocean? And another thing you said something called as waves. I don't know what is ocean, what is waves. Water can never understand what is ocean and what is the wave. From the absolute standpoint, there is no ocean, the cause, no wave, the effects. See? Come to this. And we can come to this only through wisdom. There is no other way. Like Bhagwan Shankaracharya says, Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vrata Paripalana Tavadanam. You may do charity, good work, nothing is going to help you. Second thing, Jatilo Mundi Lunchite Kesha Kasha Yambara Bahukruta Vesha. Change your makeup. Have the jata grown, have the beard grown, good, put on all kinds of rosaries here, change the cup, different colors of, nothing is going to help you. You have to know yourself. And this can happen if we become little subtle in analyzing our experiences. The first thing should happen is one should come to discover every thought has a seed of somebody. Like without the seed, plant cannot grow. Without a somebody, thoughts cannot come. When you become father, thoughts will be about the son. When you become husband, thoughts will be about wife. When you become a boss, thoughts will be about your subordinates. When you remain nobody, no thoughts. Now, after we are convinced of this, then find out who is this somebody. The husband is miserable. Okay. Now, who is husband? Then we come to know infinite free man expressing through the limitations of the finite thing called as wife. is husband. Now out of these three, the man, the wife, and miserable expression of the infinite man through the wife. Out of these three, which is real? Neither the reflection nor the wife. The man is real. Exactly the same way. Discard all this conditioning through wisdom. So, how this soul or the sense of individuality is born? Be attentive. We are essentially infinite. What is called technically as Mukhyatma. Then we get identified with the body. That is called as Mithyatma, illusory I. After body identification, then the next generation is born. Then I become mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, etc. So that one reality alone is expressing through every body, and then after the body identification, the next generations are born. So what will be the journey? All these illusory personalities dissolve them in the body identification. They dissolve the body identification into the self. This is the only meditation journey. From the periphery, we go to the center. In this manner, one reality, because of this conditioning, appears many. Now the question comes, what is the condition where it comes? Shakti Aishwari Kachit Sarvo Vastu Niyamika Anandamayamārabhya Guda Sarveshu Vastushu. So this is what is called the divine potentiality, which is controlling everything, and this divine potentiality is expressing in us in the form of the Panchakoshas. The other day in New Zealand, I think, we are driving somewhere, and I told my friend, I said, stop the car. He stopped. I got out of the car, and there was one solitary tree without a single leaf. So I stopped and took a picture. He said, Swami, I know you are very fond of taking pictures. You take also good pictures. What did you see here? A tree without leaves, barren tree. I said, he is my guru. He said, what? Then I explained him. Every season, new leaves come, stay, then the season is over, all leaves are dropped. Tree is the same. Second point. Do the leaves come to the tree from outside? They come from within. It's a cycle. In the same manner, on me, one leaf has come, the body, childhood body. Then the season is over, that leaf, child body is dropped. Then another season, new body came, teenage body. Then that season is gone, that body dropped. Then the third body came, like the leaves on the tree, the old age body. Now, when I have seen all the leaves are going away, the tree doesn't become miserable. Why should I become miserable? And this is the message this tree is giving me. He says, Swamiji, you think very abnormal. I said, this is manufacturer's defect. The day you develop this vision in and through every experience of life, the truth is revealed. See? The waves don't come on the ocean from outside. They are inherent, unmanifest in the ocean. And how they come? They come because of two things. External winds or internal volcanoes. Same way, on the ocean of consciousness, the external winds are the winds of desire. Waves come. Consciousness with the waves is mind. And the inner volcanoes is the incessant desires erupting within. Stop these two, you are divine. And this can be done by many ways. It doesn't matter what path you follow. What matters is whether you have reached the destination or not. See, friends, therefore, one by one, when we start discarding these Panchakoshas, then we will reach the destination that we are. So, Vastu Dharmanyam Meram Shaktya Naiva Yada Tada Anyunya Dharma Sankaryar Viplave Jagat Karu. Now, this divine potentiality is controlling the whole world. The fire is always hot. Nobody has to do anything. In the same manner, everything is happening by what we call divine will. Every eye sees, every nose pokes. This is how the life is. But then what happens? We take I. Therefore, get out of this individuality and Chichaya Veshata Shakti Chetaneva Vivatiya Tat Shakti Upadhi Sanyogat Brahma Eva Ishvarata Mrajet. So, in the total intellect, the consciousness reflects as the Chidabhasa, then is called as Ishvara. The same consciousness, when is reflecting in the individual mind, is called as the Jiva, the soul. The same consciousness is not able to manifest, then it is called as the Jagat, the world of names and forms. In this manner, one reality, because of these conditionings, appears to have become many. So, Koshopadi Vivikshayam Yati Brahmaiva Jivatam Pita Pita Mascheka Putru Putru Yatha Prati. Like one man is called as father as well as the grandfather, depending upon the conditioning. But he has not become many. In the same manner, one reality alone appears to have become many, and that reality is our essential nature. Ya evam brahma vedaisha brahmaiva bhavati swayam brahmano nasti janmata punareva na jayate. In this manner, he who discovers his divine nature, for him there is neither birth nor death. Birth and death are illusions. Nobody has ever died. When the body dies, 5 great elements get disintegrated, go back to their own source. See? Like the rosary that we have. Oh, what a beautiful rosary. So nice. Okay. Now, we cut the thread, remove all the flowers, everything is kept there only. Where the rosary or the garland has gone, all the flowers are there, thread is there. Where the garland has gone? Garland appeared, it didn't exist. In the same manner, right from childhood till date, the flowers are I as a child, I as a teenager, I. These are the flowers. And the thread is the thread of continuity of consciousness. Then a garland is prepared. I was born on 30th of February. Then I was growing first vertically, then horizontally. See? And when the thread is cut, where it has gone? Goes to hell or heaven? See, my friends. Therefore, when there is no possibility of death, why worry about birth? This is the way we can live through the body, we can live through the prana, we can live through the mind, we can live through the intellect, we can live through the Anandamaya Kosha without getting influenced by their limitations. That is called as liberated while alive, Jivan Mukta. We don't have to go to any other place. I want to go to Himalayas and do what? Start a shop, drive in. See, you go to all these places. There is nowhere spirituality. Because all the frustrated people, they go there. And after going there, what they will do? Meditation? No, frustration. Come to discover your own divine nature. Be happy and be a counter to distribute happiness. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.